Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Kicking with Kipes. There were two games on the NHL playoff schedule. One was an absolute stinker. One was an absolutely awesome game. I didn't see a lot of it because I was busy, but the Edmonton Oilers and the Vegas Golden Knights faced off in Game 5 of their best-of-7 series. The Edmonton Oilers were in Vegas up 3-1, trying to clinch it in Vegas, and they do. Kasperi Clutch Kapanen scores the overtime winning goal, making it a 1-0 game. It was 0-0 heading into overtime, but it was not a 0-0 game. It was back and forth, entertaining hockey. Both goalies were outstanding. It was entertaining. It was phenomenal hockey. But at the 7-minute and 19-second mark of the first overtime period, Kasperi Kapanen, he deflects a shot out in front. He whacks it, he bangs it, and then it goes into the back of the net for the win. The Edmonton Oilers, they await the winner of Dallas versus Winnipeg. They determine tomorrow if that series is over or they continue to go on to game 6 and 7, etc., etc. So the Oilers, they get some time off. They head back to Edmonton and await their next opponent in the Western Conference Finals. Congratulations to the Oilers. I had them losing in the first round, and they have proved everyone wrong. Stuart Skinner with back-to-back shutouts. Incredible turnaround from the guy. The next game, I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to keep it sweet because I'm not too happy about it. The Maple Leafs lose 6-1 to the Florida Panthers in Game 5 of their best-of-7 series. The Maple Leafs, they came out okay. The Florida Panthers, they came out a lot better. The Leafs, they could not get many shots on net. The Florida Panthers, they were up like 10-3 in shots at very early, halfway through the first period almost, and it just was not good from the get-go for the Maple Leafs. They couldn't get anything going. The game was very much in reach for the Toronto Maple Leafs after the first period. It was only 1-0. Aaron Ekblad picked up the first goal of the game and his second of the playoffs. At the start of the second, William Nylander and Scott Laughton both hit the post. They were so close to tying the game, and it just seemed like that was going to be the momentum that could have taken the Maple Leafs throughout the period, throughout the rest of the game, and stayed in this game. That was definitely not the case. Dmitry Kulikov, Mikkola, and Adam Volkvist, all three of them scored in the second period to go up 4-0 in heading into the third period, where it just was all doom and gloom from there. The Leafs, they just looked dejected. They looked sad. They looked like their series was over, even though they are still in this series very much. In the third period, AJ Greer and Sam Bennett added to the tally of demolishing the Toronto Maple Leafs. They just keep on adding and adding and adding to the scoring. It just was so bad. I was literally laughing because I just could not believe what was happening on the ice. Fans were throwing their jerseys on the ice, deservedly so, even though that's a waste of money in my opinion. Well, they wasted their money going to that game, to be honest. Matthews, oh, you shoulder the blame. Yeah, you shoulder the blame. The whole team shoulders the blame. But with just over a minute to go in the game, Nicholas Robertson, he sat out every game of this series so far, and you know what that means? He's going to score, and it looked like he wasn't going to in this one, but he does an absolute, you know what? If it wasn't at this point of the game, at that junction, with that big of a defeat, it would have been a very highlight reel goal because it was a beautiful goal. Nice pass from Max Domi. Robertson took it. He did a little spin around as he was falling to the ice. Beautiful shot on the backhand, falling to the ice, spinning around the defenseman. Past Bobrovsky, breaks the shutout streak at like 119 minutes. So very good for Robertson to get that confidence booster, but the game ends 6-1. Where do we go from here? Well, the Florida Panthers, they are up 3-2 in their series. The series is not over. The Leafs can very much win the next game and then head back home for Game 7, which is truly terrifying. But you never know what's going to happen. You have to have the mind of a goldfish and forget about tonight very quickly. Go to Florida. Try your best. This could be a very defining moment in a lot of Maple Leafs players' careers as a Maple Leaf. So if you still want to be a Maple Leaf, bust your butt because this is it. This is your chance to prove that you want to be a part of this team going forward. That's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. The Leafs, they suck. Oilers, congratulations. You guys are truly impressive in these playoffs so far. Welcome back to the Western Conference Finals. You guys definitely deserve it after winning 4-1 in the series to the Vegas Golden Knights. Congratulations to you. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great night.